Hey there, Mike and Sophia here, and we're amped.
We've compiled these top 8 steps after working with numerous clients and breaking it down to the most vital components. We don't want you to waste any time or money on things that aren't essential to building a rock solid brand.
Right. And this comes from a story. It really made sense to us when a dad expressed to his son how they worked in this big restaurant business, and he shared something that was vital, and it stuck with us. It really did. And that was to learn from your own mistakes is smart, right? But to learn from others' mistakes is wisdom.
So we're glad that you can glean from all the things we've learned through trial and error and avoid the mistakes. Now here's a quick disclaimer. If you only read and watch this video, but never take any action, your brand won't change. For those people who feel that they know everything they need to know about branding and aren't open to learning new things, we probably won't be a good fit. Also, if you skip over steps, don't expect to see epic results. Sounds basic, right? But it's the truth. And last but not least, the epic brands, the ones that will outlive their founders, the ones that are awesome, that we all love, they're in it for the long haul. The founders know that an epic brand isn't built overnight. It takes consistent building. We're talking day in, day out. And while remaining true to the core brand foundations.
So, if you're looking for an overnight fix, this is probably not for you. We're not that type of business ourselves, and we don't see that working out with others. But if you want to build a brand with purpose, with vision, and a brand that will leave a legacy, then it's definitely for you. All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's jump into these 8 steps. Do you want to take the first one?
Sure.
Well, let's explain it first, real quick. The first 4 steps are the foundational steps. These are the steps that most people and agencies even can skip over. Don't make that same mistake. Skipping these 4 first steps is like trying to build a house without laying the foundation first. And we all know that that's disastrous.
Right.
So you might have the world's most beautiful house, but it will lack that foundation, which means that it will be vulnerable and weak when storms come, and those storms will come. So here we go. Foundational steps.
Right on. Step 1, you. Yep, you. It all starts with you, the founder. You better be freaking clear on who you are first, right? Before you start to build anything, before you start to build your brand. If you aren't totally clear on who you are, then you'll be like a boat that's blown around and by the wind, just all over the place. When you're clear on who you are, then you're that boat with a clearly charted course. That's important. No matter where the wind blows, boom, you won't be pulled off track. So, you want to get into it?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's what we mean by being clear on who you are. If you love the outdoors, you love your family, you love a good pair of jeans, your favorite t-shirt, hanging with friends, own that. Don't try and be a founder of a brand that's trying to pull off a suit and tie with the ultra corporate brand if it's not you. Now, if you are the guy who wears a suit and tie and very clean cut, own that. That's the most important part, is that you stay authentic. Because if you aren't authentic, your viewers will eventually see that, and your potential clients will see that, and they'll start to see incongruencies. And then they'll know that something's off, and you will not attract who you want to.
Right. We can't emphasize it enough how vital this step is. Simply put, you cannot fake it and build an epic brand. It just doesn't happen. But here is the raddest part. Once you've fully embraced who you are and what you stand for, this will help you extremely.
Yeah.
You'll stop trying to be like everyone else, right? And try to mimic and try to be successful. You'll be you, and you'll attract others who are like-minded.
Mike and I love jeans, flip-flops, trucker hats, coffee, the outdoors, campfires, family and friends.
Right.
That's why all of our images and videos convey a relaxed, adventurous, friendly look and feel.
Right.
This is because it's who we are. We're also super passionate, like really passionate about continual growth. So all our social media posts have a very motivational, inspirational message.
Every time.
Yeah, so it's about being authentic, being true to who you are.
Now we go deep into this because it's super important. But we also take and go further during our 1-day brand intensive. So not right now, we're gonna move on.
Yep. All right, moving on to step 2, which piggybacks off of step 1. Know your why. Why do you want to start your business? Or if you're already up and running, why are you running it? Now this might seem super duper basic, but it's really important.
Right.
Your why is what will give you the drive to start, right?
Exactly.
And it'll give you the perseverance to succeed. And what else does it give you?
It gives you determination to make it epic. So if your why feels weak, it probably is. So you're gonna wanna take a few minutes and go deep. Get deeper. Find out. The deeper you go, the stronger your why. And the stronger your why, then the more strength and guidance this simple fact will provide. Be super clear.
Super clear. Here's an example of our why. So we have 5. So it doesn't just have to be one thing. So we run this business so that we can be financially free, so we can have more freedom to be here for our daughter, so that we can use our gifts that we've been given, so that we can help others be successful pursuing their life's work, and so that we can leave a positive legacy for our family.
Yeah. These 5 things help us keep and stay focused. They keep us focused on what really matters to us too. And that's obviously what our motivation sometimes is. It drives us to do better, to keep growing and stay focused. So that's our step 2, right? We're gonna move on to step 3.
Step 3.
And what is that, Sophia?
It is take a stand. As the founder, you should know what you and your company stand for. Now, please don't be a copycat and just spout off integrity, honesty, and quality work. Yes, those things are awesome, and in the end, those might be what you decide you do truly stand for. But what we're trying to get at is make sure what you stand for comes from your heart, and that you have some conviction behind it. You need to know what you stand for. So take 5 minutes, give yourself the time you need to think about what it is that really matters to you.
Not what you think another company should stand for again, or try to copycat, because that is it's dishonest to you, but it's also dishonest to others. So be honest with yourself and have conviction about what you choose. So now after you've spent some time to really think about what it is you stand for, you might have the same 3, like she said, or 4 things that originally came from your mind that match, and that's fine. That's totally fine. As long as you have some conviction to go along with that list that you just made. So here's what we stand for to give you an idea. As always doing our best is one of the majors. Respecting everyone we come in contact with. Authenticity, we're big on that, obviously. And continual growth and adventure. Yep, adventure.
It's very, very important to us.
Yes.
We made it to the last step. All right, well, not really. It's the last step of the foundational points. Step 4. What is your ultimate goal? What is the ultimate goal of your company? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? For Mike and I, our ultimate goal has 3 points. We run our business to provide for our family and to be financially free. We want to launch as many mavericks as we can. There are so many people with amazing dreams and business ideas that never get launched, and that's something we hate.
Yeah.
We hate that there's people that are super talented that never launch those ideas.
Yes.
So, and we want to encourage people to go for it, to dare to step out and go after their life's work. And number 3, we want to be that example to our daughter.
Yeah.
An example of what can happen when you dare to jump, when you dare to go after your dreams and do what you were made to do.
What is the ultimate goal of your company? What do you want to focus on? Now, these 4 foundational steps, you might still be asking yourself, what the heck do I do with these things after, and what do they have to do with my brand? So hopefully you get the importance. But for those of you who still might be questioning the importance, let's clarify for them. Make sure that they get it.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
All right. Think of these 4 steps as your North Star. You can bounce any marketing idea, image, video theme, anything off of these 4 points. If that idea is not in line with what you wrote down in these points, then don't do it. It would be like Mike wearing a suit during one of our videos. It wouldn't match, no matter how rad the suit was. So these steps are the foundation to making the messaging, feel, and mindset of your brand crystal clear. Once that happens, you'll be able to build a quality tribe with people you love working with and create your movement.
Yes, it's huge. Now that the foundational steps are done, it's time to move on to the actual look and feel of your brand. Okay, so step 5 is the feel. You want to be crystal clear on the feel before you move on to the look. Don't start with the look and then go to the feel you want your brand to have. That would be totally backwards. And it will cause you major frustrations at the end of the day. So based on all the stuff we covered on the first 4 steps, right? It should be easier for you to know exactly what feel you want your brand to have. For us,
sorry.
Well, no, that's fine. We wanted our brand to have this adventurous, authentic, friendly, inspirational feel, just like Sophia mentioned before. So now it's time for you to take a couple minutes, pause the video, and write out all those things. What do you want your feel of your brand to be, right?
Yep, so pause. We'll be right here waiting for you, drinking coffee and our water.
Exactly.
See you in a minute. So we hope you took that time to write down the feel of your brand. Now we're gonna move on to step 6, the look. The focus of your look is to create those feelings that you just wrote down. So for an example, looking at our brand, we wanted to create the feeling of adventure, authenticity, friendly, approachable, and inspirational. So we needed to make sure that our colors, logo, and imagery and message all focus on creating those feelings. So we picked a color palette based on that. We had a local artist, a rad local artist, paint our logo because we wanted it to have an authentic human feel. That was really important to us.
Definitely.
We decided to go old school with classic black and white with our images. And we make sure all of our images convey all of those feelings that I listed out earlier.
So based on the feelings you wrote out, make sure your look creates those feelings you want to convey, right? A good tip is to ask some close friends, and I would say only those that you truly trust that are going to be honest and give you professional critique, because honestly, it's just going to be a miss otherwise. So ask them what they feel about your brand colors, your logo, your imagery, right? And be daring enough to ask them to see what it makes them feel. See, it's better to know sooner than later if your look is creating the feelings that you really are hoping they would, right?
Yeah, you want to know now if all of that is creating those feelings you were hoping for. Absolutely. And now we're moving on to step number 7, strategy. Knowing who you are, why you do, what you stand for, and your company's ultimate goal will help you know the type of people you want to work with. And more importantly, what type of mindset they have.
Right.
Now, how do you plan to get your brand in front of those type of people? This is super important. Where do those type of people eat? Where do they shop, play, hang out? Which social media platforms are they on?
It's good to know.
Do you know where and how to advertise? So important.
Yeah, major. So you can have an epic brand, but if you don't know how or where to market this brand, your sales suffer. That's simply put, which will mean your company will suffer as well, obviously. So this next step It doesn't have anything to do with branding necessarily, but we think it's huge, it's vital. And ultimately that's why we needed to add it to this list.
Yeah, it's super important.
Right.
Because here's the deal. We want your brand to be a success, and we don't want it to be a part of the huge percentage of new businesses that fail. We couldn't have launched Maverick successfully without a marketing strategy and an awesome team to get her done.
That's right.
The step is vital.
Yes, we obviously can't stress it enough. So if you need help with that marketing, we'd be happy to help. But what we really want to do is see you be successful. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
All right. So
We made it.
We made
Final
it.
step, action plan. It's time to bust out your calendars and plot out days and times when you will knock out the things we've covered.
Right.
Hopefully you've paused this video after each of the 4 foundational steps, right? And did the work right then and there. But if you didn't, if you just were so mesmerized by this video and didn't hit pause,
Right.
then go and do it now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right on. It's better yet, I would say go back. Definitely go back
do it
now.
right now.
One of the biggest keys to success is action. So don't just listen and learn and say, okay, I got it. It's much better to go do it.
Yep. Then you also need to schedule in when you're going to finalize the look of your brand, design of your logo, schedule a photo shoot for those new headshots that match the feel you're going for. Pick out all your images that match the feel you're going for. Design your website, film your videos, create your marketing strategy, and all the components that we've covered in this video. Take a few minutes, please pause this again and plan it out. Plan out, okay, I'm gonna plan out the logo design, the colors during this week, then
Right.
the next one, the video, all of it. Take the time to plot it out.
Definitely.
Don't put it off any longer.
No.
Think back to your why. Remember why you want to do this. Let that drive you to action. And remember, we're here for you if you need help.
Yes, absolutely. This can be a lot to take on, we get that, but don't let it overwhelm you. You know, take it one step at a time, a piece at a time, a day at a time. Absolutely, even if you have to break it down to a minute at a time, that's it, and take a pause, we get that. Now, if you don't want to do this all on your own, we'll be glad to help you. This is what we do. Just let us know. Our full brand build includes everything we just covered and more. But remember, you're only one brand away.